Cersei can't even go to her own daughter's funeral. That's how much of a shitstorm King's Landing is in right now. Like, the reason is because King Tommen, he fears that if she were to come to the Sept of Baelor, that the High Sparrow out of nowhere would just take her back in and put her in one of his cells, So that's why he basically keeps her at bay, telling her she can't come. Tommen telling his own mother that she can't come to her own daughter's funeral. Damn! That's crazy. And then also, like, Jaime's there at the Sept of Baelor with Tommen reciting over the death of Myrcella. And they talk, and it's just a nice father and son moment, like they, what do you call it? Tommen, the audience knows that Jaime is his father, but he doesn't know that. So that's what's interesting about it. At one point, Tommen lashes out, and then Jaime's like taken aback. He's just like, he doesn't know what to say, It's not like he could be like, hey, you can't talk to me like that, I'm your father. He can't do that. And he tries to counsel his son at that moment and console him as well about, because Tommen is, angry about the stuff he could have done or the stuff that he let done. He is the king after all. So, I like how his father's being very, empathetic and very kind to him. And the High Sparrow are speaking in the Sept of Baelor, and there's a line the High Sparrow says. He says, me and my followers, we mean nothing. We're no names. We're poor people without influence. But together, we can overthrow an empire. Oh man, he says that. When he says that he's basically antagonizing Jaime. Like, he says it to his face, and I love that. Because Jaime represents the empire. He's a big part of it, right? And so, oh man, it's just wonderful. And that message too is wonderful too, because it applies to the real world, to us. It's true, when you follow other people and let no one divide you, and you guys have a common cause and goal, then you become more powerful than you could ever imagine, as Count Dooku would say, So it's a good message. Good message. Finally, we get to experience more of the grandeur and the mystique of the dragons. The scene where Tyrion goes and unshackles the dragons is probably one of my favorite scenes of the whole series, because it just shows you, like, you feel like the way it's shot, you feel like you're in there with Tyrion. Tyrion's fear is palpable. You know what I mean? Like, it's wonderful. You get to see the awe-inspiring dragons up close, right? Tyrion tells them a very endearing story about his childhood, how when he asked his uncle, what he wanted for his birthday was a dragon, and everybody joked at him when he said that it doesn't even have to be a big dragon, it could be like a little dragon, like me, So yeah, it's just, I like, and then, dragons are intelligent, in this world, so, or they, at least that's what the legends say, that's what Tyrion said. So they understand where Tyrion is coming from, like, they kind of know, like, Tyrion is not their enemy, and yeah, like, that scene is so great. And then, like, one of the dragons, like, after knowing that he released the other dragon, he's like motions to him like, okay, release me. So yeah, it's just, the scene is great.